So, in our last Sarang lesson, where you asked me about Brindavani Sarang after hearing Pandit Uday Bhawalkar sing it live here in Seattle, you asked me, how come we have Tuma Rab Tuma Saheb, the composition he sang in Sool Tal, 10 beats, which is like Chautal minus the second Khali, you could say. How come we have it in Sool Tal and in Madhumad Sarang? So then we had to investigate Ragang, Sarang Ragang, and the two rags, and also this question of how come, Udayji's Ustad Guru and Gundecha Brothers Ustad Guru are the same dagger brother pair. So how come two different compositions? Because we are two different rag for the same composition. Because we understand how Tansen composing this and going through various hands can change some things, but it's curious how come the same hands. Yeah. Also, the two students are singing differently. But this is what we learned in a shivir here in 2019, which we organized also. So this one is in Sulfaktal and Madhumad Sarang. So let's explore what's going on in Madhumad Sarang that's different from Brindavani Sarang. So the first thing is that Brindavani Sarang had both Nishad, Komal and Shuddha. Exactly. So if you oversimplify and say Madhumad Sarang is just, you take out the Shuddha Nishad and you get Madhumad Sarang, that's often, we have also talked about Gujri Todi and Todi, where you take out the Pancham, it's Gujri Todi. But is it really like that? So my analogy for that is, if you take out an object from a room of objects, the space that's left, the other objects will rearrange. Naturally, right? You would want to redesign that. Similarly, a group of people, might be a team, when someone's out, you might bring someone in, or you might rearrange the roles and rearrange the order and the shape, the geometry of the collective. So I would say when you take out a Nishad, it's a pretty big hole to leave there, and take out a Pancham in the Todi examples. And obviously then, it makes sense that the Shruti, Bhed and the Swarasthans will adjust. So it's not just taking out a note and keeping some phrases and replacing other phrases. I would say that the phraseology of the rag comes as a side effect really of the Swarasthan and how the samvad happens between all the pairs. So it would be an obvious corollary to end up with those phrases. That said, we talked in Sarang, we saw in Sarang how ni, pamare, ni sare, are ragang. So that's there, but is it the same? Because let's take ni sare for instance. Wait, let me cover the Swarasthan first. So if in Brindavani, when we had both nishads, the pa to sa uttarang area had two nishads. So you'd want to adjust that space. So it makes sense that the knees would be a little lower so that they share space. And then the re and ma, we saw were high. And so pa and ni were a little bit. Here, and it's 5 notes only, right? Here, you knock off the Shuddha ni, and the Komal ni kind of edges towards sa a little more, which pulls on the pa. And then the re and ma, everything kind of goes up in the uttarang, and the purvang, the re and ma, can fall a little bit down and relax a little. So also because in the mantra saptak, if you have a komal ni and sing ni sa re, that particular combination, it's creating becomes very somber compared to the ni sa re of Brindavani, which is more lilting and upbeat and springy, even rainy. I don't know. Yeah. So even if you look at that, like in Brindavani, we were singing ni sa re with that kan of ma and a high re, and here we're ending up with ni sa re sa. So in the composition we have ni pa, so ni high komal ni pa ni sa That's what's notated here. So ni pa ni sa ni sa re pa ma re sa. So pa pa, this pa is pulling up, pa ma, the ma is lower, pa ma re, and we're also getting pa ma re and pa re. So in the fourth line, for instance, okay, let's sing the third line. Ni sa re ma ma pa ni ma pa. So ni ma pa. And that ni ma pa, we've seen that it's a complete action also. And then, so it's a kriya of Dagarbani, and then which we heard Pandit Ritwik Sanyal, right? In the live, just following. We heard in the online NCP. That one, the one we attended online. So he talked about that kriya, and I noticed that coming up here. Then ni sa ni ma pa, again that again it's coming. Right? We didn't see that so much in Brindavani, the way I had been taught anyway. Then pa de, and the pa is high, re is lower, so it's a beautiful glide. Pa de re sa. But what's maintained is these ni pa ma re, ni sa re, but also the emphasis of re, which is the sarang mainstay. It's just that it's a little bit of a different re, but re pe therna, which is nyas lena, right? That remains. So I would say this Tuma Rab Tuma Saheb has a different kind of a somber quality.
Definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, before we try to record the composition, shall we look at the words also a little bit, the meaning? Our way. Tuma Rab Tuma Saheb Tuma hi kartar. So throughout the composition, it addresses a you. Tuma. And Raba, is Khuda, the one Almighty. Tuma Sahib, you are the Lord, the boss. Tuma hi karat, you are the doer. Goes on, says you. Ghata ghata purana jala thala bhar bhar. So every ghata, all the ghats, and jala, thala, water, land, bhar par, bhar bhar. You are filling everything. You are you're the the across. Yeah, you're the cause of it. It's all cause out of you. And Tumahi Rahima, Tumahi Karima, these are names of the one. They show up in Gurbani also, these names, right? Gavata Guni Gandharva Sura Nara Sura Tala. So all Guni Gandharv, literal meaning is all the talented folks, the wise folks. Sura Nara, the aligned ones, right? But I would say this talent is not one of objective knowledge. It's of realization. And they are, we often hear Suranara, Suranar, but here we have it written as Suranara, Suratal. So it's a curious
rhythm.
It's to be in alignment and rhythm. Yeah, so that's what I would take from that. Tumahi, you are Purana Brahma. It's not Brahma. It's Brahman, consciousness. Tumahi Puran, full, the totality. Tumahi Achala, unchanging. You are the infinite, unchanging totality. You are all, and it's unchanging. It's the unchanging. So what do you make then of the changing? That's the Maya, right? Which is not said here. And Tumahi Jagata Guru, Tumahi Sardar. Jagata Guru, one way in the dualistic sense is you are the Lord of the world. But if you understand Advait, in the Advaitic sense, you are the source from which the world is appearing to appear. So therefore, it's ruled by you. It's caused by you, so it's ruled by you. Okay? And then here's where Tansen is flipping it. It says, Kahe miya Tanasena, Tuma hi aap. Now I've written about this, and you've probably read that aap is used for you, but aap is
apne.
अपने आप. So everything, all this tuma 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 flips in the end and says kahe miyata punchline.
Yeah.
Tumahi aap, tumahi karat sakala jaga ko bhavapar. Flips back to tuma and says you are the doer of all, and therefore jaga ke bhavapar means you are taking all of us lost souls across the ocean of consciousness to realization. Except again, if you understand that's dualistic. If you understand in the advaitic non-dual way, it becomes that because you, but that is I, aap, is the source of it all, realizing I, the self, the true I, not the projected parent I, the separate I, realizing that brings the world across the ocean of consciousness and dissolves it. So now there is no world. For a Jnani, the world vanishes. So you can interpret this as the separate soul, the Jivatma, is taken across the ocean of consciousness to meet God, which is a dualistic interpretation. But I would say the true understanding is that the world vanishes into I, and then the I also vanishes into the unmanifest that can't be spoken of at all. So it's a very deep composition. I love it for that, and I'm glad we can hear it in 2 sarangs.
Yeah.
And with that, we have reviewed it once, but shall we try to record?
Yes.
And shall we put on tal, or how do you?
Yes. Let's do tal. This is sulfa.
This is sulfa. Yes. Let me see how fast we want to sing it. Layla. Okay. Little faster or this fast? Okay, let's try this.
Tuma Rab Tuma Saheb, Tuma Rab Tuma Saheb, Tuma Rab Tuma Saheb, Tumahi Kartar, Tuma
kind of speed and see how that is. You want to try that?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, I'm going to edit cut the video. Perfect. Friday, where you want to sing in your Hindi class, maybe you can try this beat. I don't know.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.